Have you ever wondered why some people stay calm while others waste their lives fighting enemies, defending themselves, and seeking revenge? The truth is, the strongest people do not defeat their enemies with anger, arguments, or retaliation. They defeat them with something far more powerful. A silent strength that leaves enemies frustrated, confused, and ultimately powerless. In today's reminder, you will discover 5 powerful weapons that require no shouting, no fighting, and no revenge, yet they can completely change the outcome of any battle you face. Stay until the end, because the final lesson is the most powerful weapon of all, and it has the ability to bring a peace that no enemy can ever take away. 1. Success is the loudest response. One of the biggest mistakes people make when dealing with enemies is spending too much time trying to prove themselves. They want everyone to understand their side of the story. They want people to see the truth. They want those who doubted them to admit they were wrong. But the reality is that not everyone wants to understand you. Some people have already made up their minds about you before you even speak. Some people will criticize you no matter how hard you try. Others may secretly hope that you fail because your success reminds them of their own shortcomings. When you constantly try to convince such people, you end up giving them something valuable: your time, your energy, and your peace of mind. Wise people understand a different strategy. They realize that not every battle deserves their attention. Instead of wasting years trying to change someone's opinion, they focus on changing their own life. They stop arguing and start improving. They stop defending themselves and start building themselves. They stop looking at the people who are against them and start looking at the future Allah has prepared for them. Think about it for a moment. Imagine 2 people being criticized. The first person spends every day responding to comments, defending every accusation, and worrying about what others think. The second person remains focused. They continue learning, working, growing, and improving their relationship with Allah. A few years later, who do you think will be in a better position? The answer is obvious. The person who invested their energy into growth rather than arguments will always move further in life. Your enemies often expect you to become distracted. They want your attention. They want your reaction. They want you to become so focused on them that you forget your own goals. But when you refuse to give them that power, something remarkable happens. You begin to grow while they remain stuck. You become stronger while they remain focused on negativity. You continue moving forward while they continue looking backward. Nothing is more frustrating to an enemy than seeing the person they tried to discourage becoming more successful, more confident, and closer to Allah than ever before. The greatest victories are often silent. No announcements, no arguments, no revenge, just steady progress. Every day you improve your character, you win. Every day you gain knowledge, you win. Every day you control your emotions, you win. Every day you strengthen your faith and trust in Allah, you win. Over time, your results begin speaking for you. The same people who doubted you start noticing your growth. The same people who underestimated you begin wondering how you became so strong. And the beautiful part is that you did not need to fight anyone to reach that point. You simply focused on becoming a better version of yourself. Remember this powerful truth. You do not need everyone to believe in you. You do not need everyone to support you. You do not need everyone to understand you. If Allah knows your intentions, if you continue improving yourself, and if you keep moving forward with patience and faith, then you are already on the path to success. Let your actions speak. Let your growth speak. Let your character speak. Because in the end, success is a language that even your enemies cannot ignore. 2. Silence protects your power. One of the greatest signs of strength is knowing when not to speak. Many people believe that power comes from having the perfect response. They think they must defend themselves against every accusation, answer every insult, and prove themselves in every argument. But truly wise people understand something that most people learn far too late. Not every battle deserves your attention. Not every criticism deserves your response. And not every person deserves access to your peace. Some people spend their entire lives reacting. If someone insults them, they react. If someone disagrees with them, they react. If someone speaks badly about them, they react. As a result, they become emotionally controlled by everyone around them. Their mood depends on what others say. Their peace depends on what others think. Their happiness depends on how others treat them. The But that is not strength, that is dependence. Real strength is remaining calm when others expect you to lose control. Real strength is staying focused when others try to distract you. Real strength is protecting your peace instead of protecting your ego. Think about how many problems in life begin with a simple reaction. One angry reply turns into a major argument. One emotional message destroys a relationship. One moment of uncontrolled speech creates years of regret. Many people have lost opportunities, friendships, and respect because they spoke when they should have remained silent. This is why silence is not weakness. Silence is wisdom. Silence is discipline. Silence is self-control. When someone tries to provoke you and you refuse to react, you take away their power. They may expect anger. They may expect frustration. They may expect you to defend yourself endlessly. But when you remain calm, they are left fighting a battle alone. Nothing confuses an enemy more than a person who refuses to be emotionally controlled. The truth is that many people are not looking for understanding. They are looking for a reaction. They want your attention. They want your energy. They want proof that they have affected your emotions. The moment you give them that reaction, they win. But the moment you stay calm, you remain in control. Look at the strongest people you know. They do not react to everything. They do not argue with everyone. They do not waste hours proving themselves. They choose carefully where to invest their time and energy. They understand that attention is valuable, and they refuse to give it away to negativity. Silence also gives you something incredibly important: clarity. When emotions are high, people often make terrible decisions. They say things they later regret. They damage relationships. They create problems that never needed to exist. But when you remain silent, you give yourself time to think. You give yourself time to reflect. You give yourself time to respond with wisdom instead of emotion. And often, after enough time passes, you realize that a response was never needed in the first place. Many battles solve themselves when you refuse to participate. Many conflicts disappear when you stop feeding them. Many enemies become powerless when they can no longer control your emotions. Remember, silence does not mean being afraid. Silence does not mean accepting injustice. Silence does not mean weakness. It means having enough confidence to know that not every attack requires a defense. It means trusting that your character, your actions, and your relationship with Allah will speak louder than any argument ever could. The strongest person in the room is not always the one who speaks the most. Often it is the one who remains calm while everyone else loses control. Protect your peace. Protect your energy. Protect your focus. Because every time you choose wisdom over reaction, you protect something far more valuable than your pride. You protect your power. 3. Good character defeats false accusations. One of the most painful experiences in life is being misunderstood. You know your intentions were good. You know you tried to do the right thing. Yet someone twists your words, questions your motives, or spreads a false story about you. Few things hurt more than being judged for something you never did. Many people face this situation and immediately feel the need to defend themselves. They want to correct every rumor. They want to answer every accusation. They want everyone to know the truth. There is nothing wrong with clarifying misunderstandings when necessary. Wise people understand an important reality. You cannot control what people say about you, but you can control who you become. There will always be people who misunderstand you. There will always be people who believe rumors without knowing the facts. There will always be people who judge before they understand. If your peace depends on changing every opinion about you, you will spend your entire life exhausted. The truth is that some people are not interested in the truth. They have already decided what they want to believe. No explanation will satisfy them. No evidence will convince them. No amount of defending yourself will change their minds. This is why your greatest defense is not endless arguments. Your greatest defense is consistent character. Character speaks long after words are forgotten. People can spread rumors for a few days. They can spread accusations for a few weeks. But they cannot hide the truth forever when your actions continue proving otherwise. Imagine someone claiming that a person is dishonest. At first, some people may believe the accusation. But if years pass and that person continues acting with honesty, integrity, and sincerity, eventually the truth becomes obvious. The accusation begins to lose power because reality speaks louder than rumors. Good character has a unique ability. It exposes lies without needing a fight. It reveals truth without needing constant explanations. And it earns respect without demanding it. One reason false accusations hurt so much is because they attack our reputation. We naturally want people to think well of us. We want to be understood. We want to be treated fairly. But sometimes Allah allows these situations to teach us an important lesson. Our value does not come from people's opinions. Our value comes from our relationship with Allah. People's opinions can change overnight. One day they praise you, the next day they criticize you. One day they support you, the next day they abandon you. If your confidence is built on public approval, your confidence will always be unstable. But when your confidence comes from knowing that Allah knows your heart, you become much stronger. You stop chasing approval. You stop fearing criticism. You stop living for people's validation. And that freedom is powerful. History is full of righteous people who were falsely accused. Many of the greatest individuals faced criticism, rejection, and slander. Yet they remained patient. They remained dignified. They remained focused on their mission. Eventually, their character became stronger than the accusations against them. This is an important lesson for anyone dealing with unfair treatment. Do not allow false accusations to transform you into someone you are not. Do not allow bitterness to replace kindness. Do not allow anger to destroy your dignity. Do not allow other people's actions to pull you away from your values. The easiest thing in the world is to become negative after being hurt. The difficult thing is remaining good when others are not good to you. That is true strength. Every time you choose honesty over deception, you win. Every time you choose patience over anger, you win. Every time you choose dignity over revenge, you win. And every time you continue doing what is right despite being misunderstood, you win. Because character is not tested when life is easy. Character is tested when you have every reason to react negatively, but choose righteousness instead. Remember that people watch actions more than words. You may not realize it, but over time people notice consistency. They notice kindness. They notice honesty. They notice integrity. And eventually, many of those who once believed false stories begin to see the truth for themselves. This is why you should never sacrifice your character in an attempt to defend your reputation. Your reputation is what people think you are. Your character is who you truly are. And character will always be more valuable. At the end of the day, there is one truth that should bring peace to every believer's heart. People may misunderstand you. People may judge you unfairly. People may accuse you of things you never did. But Allah knows the truth. Allah knows your intentions. Allah knows your struggles. Allah knows what happened when nobody else was watching. And when Allah is your witness, you do not need to fear the judgment of people. So continue being honest. Continue being kind. Continue doing what is right. Let others talk if they choose to. Let rumors come and go. Let accusations rise and fall. Because in the end, good character has a power that false accusations can never defeat. The truth may walk slowly, but eventually it always arrives. And when it does, your character will speak louder than every lie that was ever told about you. 4. Forgiveness confuses your enemies. One of the most unexpected weapons against an enemy is forgiveness. Most people do not see forgiveness as strength. They see it as surrender. They see it as weakness. They see it as letting someone get away with what they did. But true forgiveness is none of those things. In reality, forgiveness is one of the strongest decisions a person can make. Why? Because anyone can hold on to anger. Anyone can carry resentment. Anyone can spend years replaying painful memories in their mind. But it takes real strength to let go. It takes real courage to refuse to allow someone else's actions to control your emotions. When someone hurts you, betrays you, lies about you, or treats you unfairly, a battle immediately begins inside your heart. Part of you wants justice. Part of you wants revenge. Part of you wants the other persons to feel the same pain they caused you. These feelings are natural. Almost everyone experiences them. But the danger comes when those emotions stay in your heart for months or even years. Many people believe they are punishing their enemies by holding on to anger. In reality, they are punishing themselves. The enemy may have moved on. The enemy may have forgotten what happened. Yet, the wounded person continues carrying the burden every day. They think about it constantly. They lose sleep over it. They relive the pain again and again. Without realizing it, they allow the person who hurt them to continue controlling their life. This is why forgiveness is so powerful. Forgiveness breaks the chains. Forgiveness says, "You may have hurt me, but I refuse to carry this pain forever." Forgiveness says, "I will not allow your actions to poison my future." Forgiveness says, "I trust Allah to deal with what I cannot." One reason forgiveness confuses enemies is because it is not the reaction they expect. Most people expect anger. Most people expect arguments. Most people expect revenge. When they attack someone, they expect that person to become consumed by bitterness. But when you respond with dignity, patience, and forgiveness, their expectations are shattered. They can no longer control your emotions. They can no longer pull you into endless conflict. They can no longer keep you trapped in the past. And that is a form of victory. Many people misunderstand forgiveness because they think it means pretending nothing happened. It does not. Forgiveness does not mean ignoring injustice. Forgiveness does not mean trusting someone who repeatedly harms you. Forgiveness does not mean allowing abuse to continue. You can forgive someone and still create healthy boundaries. You can forgive someone and still walk away. You can forgive someone and still protect yourself. Forgiveness is not about excusing bad behavior. It is about freeing your own heart. Imagine carrying a heavy stone every day for years. At first, it feels manageable, but over time, it becomes exhausting. It slows you down. It drains your energy. It steals your peace. Resentment works the same way. Every grudge becomes another weight on your heart. Every bitter memory becomes another burden you carry. Eventually, weight becomes so heavy that it affects your happiness, your relationships, and even your relationship with Allah. Forgiveness allows you to put that weight down. It allows you to breathe again. It allows you to focus on the future instead of remaining trapped in the past. Some of the strongest people in the world are not those who seek revenge. They are those who choose peace when revenge seems easier. They are those who continue moving forward instead of remaining prisoners of old wounds. They understand that life is too short to spend it consumed by hatred. Hatred steals joy. Hatred steals focus. Hatred steals peace. And most importantly, hatred steals time that can never be recovered. Wise people understand that every moment spent obsessing over an enemy is a moment taken away from their own growth. Instead of focusing on those who hurt them, they focus on becoming better. Instead of feeding resentment, they feed their faith. Instead of planning revenge, they invest in their future. And this is where true freedom begins. When you forgive, you stop allowing your enemy to occupy space in your mind. You stop giving them power over your emotions. You stop allowing their actions to determine your happiness. You place your trust in Allah, knowing that no injustice escapes His knowledge. Allah sees every betrayal. Allah sees every lie. Allah sees every act of oppression. Nothing is hidden from Him. This means you do not have to carry the burden of becoming judge, jury, and executioner. You can leave justice in the hands of the one who is perfectly just. That trust brings peace. That trust brings freedom. And that freedom is something many enemies cannot understand. They expect you to become bitter. Instead, you become stronger. They expect you to remain angry. Instead, you find peace. They expect you to be broken. Instead, you heal. And perhaps that is why forgiveness is such a powerful weapon. Because while your enemy expects revenge, Allah gives you something far greater. He gives you peace of heart. He gives you emotional freedom. He gives you the ability to move forward without carrying the chains of the past. In the end, forgiveness is not a gift you give your enemy. It is a gift you give yourself. It is the decision to stop carrying what Allah never intended you to carry forever. It is choosing peace over bitterness, healing over hatred, faith over revenge. And when you reach that point, you discover a powerful truth. The moment you truly forgive is often the moment your enemy loses the last bit of power they ever had over you. 5. Trust Allah and keep moving forward. The final and most powerful way to defeat your enemies without saying a word is to place your trust in Allah and keep moving forward. This lesson may sound simple, but it is one of the hardest lessons for many people to truly live by. When someone hurts you, betrays you, spreads lies about you, or tries to stand in the way of your success, your natural reaction is often to focus on them. You think about what they did. You replay their words in your mind. You wonder why they treated you that way. You imagine confronting them. You imagine proving them wrong. And before you realize it, they have taken up valuable space in your heart and mind. The problem is that every minute spent obsessing over an enemy is a minute stolen from your own growth. Every moment spent looking backward is a moment you are not moving forward. This is why wise believers understand a powerful truth. Not every battle is yours to fight. Some battles belong to Allah. Many people exhaust themselves trying to control things they were never meant to control. They try to control how others see them. They try to control what people say about them. They try to control the outcome of every situation. But life becomes much lighter when you realize that some matters are best left in the hands of Allah. Allah sees what people hide. Allah hears conversations you never hear. Allah knows intentions that no one else can see. There is no injustice that escapes His knowledge. There is no betrayal that goes unnoticed. There is no tear that falls without His awareness. When you truly believe this, something changes inside you. You stop feeling the need to chase every enemy. You stop feeling the need to defend yourself against every accusation. You stop carrying burdens that were never yours to carry. Instead, you focus on what you can control: your actions, your character, your effort, your relationship with Allah, your future. Many people become trapped because they spend years trying to get even. They want revenge. They want recognition. They want everyone to know how badly they were treated. But while they are focused on the past, life continues moving forward. Opportunities pass by. Growth slows down. Dreams remain unfinished. All because they are still emotionally tied to people who hurt them. Trusting Allah breaks that cycle. It allows you to release what is beyond your control and focus on what truly matters. Imagine two people facing the same betrayal. The first person becomes consumed by anger. Every day they think about revenge. Every day they replay the situation in their mind. Years later, they are still stuck in the same emotional place. The second person feels the pain too, but then they make a different choice. They place their trust in Allah. They learn from the experience. They strengthen their faith. They continue working toward their goals. Years later, their life has moved forward while the pain remains behind them. The difference is not what happened to them. The difference is where they placed their focus. One focused on the enemy, the other focused on Allah. This is one of the greatest secrets of emotional strength. Your future becomes brighter when your focus becomes higher. When your eyes remain fixed on Allah, the opinions of people lose their power. The criticism of people loses its weight. The betrayal of people loses its ability to define you. You begin to understand that your worth was never determined by human approval. Your worth comes from the one who created you. This does not mean life suddenly becomes easy. It does not mean enemies disappear. It does not mean unfair treatment never happens again. But it means you stop allowing those things to control your peace. You keep moving. You keep growing. You keep learning. You keep worshiping. You keep trusting. And every step forward becomes an act of faith. One of the greatest victories in life is refusing to become distracted by those who want to pull you down. While they focus on you, you focus on your purpose. While they spread negativity, you spread goodness. While they waste energy on hatred, you invest energy into becoming a better servant of Allah. Over time, this creates a gap between you and them. Not because you defeated them through force, but because you refuse to stop moving forward. Many people underestimate the power of consistency. A person who keeps trusting Allah through hardship becomes stronger. A person who keeps working despite criticism becomes wiser. A person who keeps moving despite obstacles becomes unstoppable. And eventually, the same challenges that were meant to break them become the very things that build them. Remember this powerful truth. Your enemies may have influence over situations. They may influence opinions. They may create temporary difficulties. But they can never stop what Allah has written for you. If Allah has planned something for your life, no enemy can take it away. No rumor can destroy it. No betrayal can cancel it. No obstacle can block it. What Allah has written will reach you at the perfect time. That is why trust is such a powerful weapon. It protects your heart from fear. It protects your mind from anxiety. It protects your soul from despair. And it allows you to continue walking forward even when the road is difficult. So let people say what they want. Let critics criticize. Let enemies watch. Keep improving. Keep praying. Keep trusting. Keep moving. This because the strongest people are not those who spend their lives fighting everyone around them. The strongest people are those who trust Allah completely and continue moving forward no matter what stands in their way. And in the end, that quiet trust becomes a victory that no enemy can ever defeat. As we come to the end of this reminder, remember one powerful truth: your enemies do not define your future. Their opinions do not determine your worth. Their hatred does not control your destiny. And their actions can never stop what Allah has written for you. So stop wasting your energy trying to defeat people. Instead, defeat weakness with discipline. Defeat anger with patience. Defeat hatred with forgiveness. Defeat distractions with purpose. And defeat fear with trust in Allah. Let your success speak. Let your character speak. Let your silence speak. Because some of the greatest victories in life happen quietly. The people who tried to break you will one day see that Allah made you stronger. The people who doubted you will witness how far you have come. And the people who worked against you will realize that what Allah protects, no one can destroy. Keep moving forward, keep improving, keep trusting Allah, and never forget, when Allah is with you, no enemy is powerful enough to stand against you. If this reminder benefited you, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who may need these words today. May Allah protect you from every enemy, strengthen your heart with patience, fill your life with peace, and guide every step you take. Until next time, stay strong, stay patient, and keep your trust in Allah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.